Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at the new update to the free add-on Days Survived by Cyclone Studios. So previously there were 3 classes, I believe. Now there are a total of 10. I forget which ones are the new ones, but I believe it's Builder, Guardian, Explorer, Mage, Witch, Demon Slayer, and Merfolk. So now with that, there's also new awards that are given at 20 days rather than 10. So there is something more to work for. So if we look at survivalists, survivalists are adept at collecting resources, exploring, and adapting to the environment. Their awards help them survive and thrive. 3 days, you get basic essentials pack, essential tools and resources for basic survival. 7 days is a farming kit, tools and resources to establish sustainable food sources. 10 days, you get a traveler's cache, advanced tools and resources from exotic locations. And then after 10 days, you get repeating rewards that would be one of the 3 at random. I think at level 20 you get another one too, but it's not included in here. I'm not sure why. So then we have fighter. At 3 days, you get battle ready kit, all the basics for going into survival. 7 days, battle hardened kit, sturdy weapon, and strong potions for going into survival or battle. 10 days, battle veteran kit, essential items to turn all battles into victories. And then the same thing. After that, repeating awards. Miner, 3 days, mining basic pack, basic equipment to get started in mining adventure. So basically, they're all pretty much gonna have things to help that specific class you choose to help them. As you can see here, we're kind of gonna scroll through them a little bit so you can see each of them kind of like briefly. That's Guardian, that's one of the new ones. So with that you'll get, and of course the Phantom is bugging the crap on me. So let's go into Peaceful real quick and let's check out the rest of the classes that we were disrupted from checking out. So again, we got Guardian. For that one you get crossbow, arrows, training dummy essentials. 7 days, books with key enchantments for ranged and armor and defense. And then 10 days, wolf armor and magical core supplies. And then at day 20 is ultimate Guardian cache, and it tells you what it brings there: totem, enchanted apples, and smithing templates. Explorer, which is the class that I will be choosing for this video, and I'm going to do kind of like a demonstration as well. I'm going to try my best to survive to 10 days, so it'll kind of be like a mini playthrough series. Nothing significant most likely will happen because I'm not very good at getting far very quickly, but we'll see where we get with this. So Mage is another one. So you get an enchanting table, 3 days, and lapis. 7 days, books, XP bottles, and an anvil for magic use. Day 10, XP bottles and lapis for further enchantments. And then you have the Witch. So the Witch's reward are 3 days, brewing gear ingredients. 7 days, glowstone, wart, cauldron, and more. 10 days, you can kind of figure out the pattern that it's going with. Demon Slayer is another one of the new classes. So at 3 days, you'll get another survival kit, which consists of obsidian, fire protection books, and visibility potion. 7 days, you'll get a campfire and enchanted golden apples. 10 days, you will get scraps, crying obsidian, and soul gear. Then there is the Merfolk, which to me I think is one of the more interesting classes of the newer ones because it helps with underwater survival, which I do have a hard time with. So in the future, I most likely will be using this one in my worlds if I do happen to use this. Now, this add-on is not something that you are going to use if you're looking for balance, because they're more for fun, in my opinion, the way I see it. And there's also some new options now too. If you go to the settings, so you can choose if you want, to receive repeated rewards, if you want to reset to default values. So if you want to start back at 0, you can do that. There's also some other settings here. As you can see, I had Demon Slayer chosen because I was messing around before, but we're going to go ahead and switch to the Explorer class shortly. Because that's kind of the one I wanted to go with, because I do love exploring. So You can also change the counter. So on the right side, where it says days survived, you can now change that to display pets tamed, animals bred, max streak for how many days you survive, how many times you've died. You can change the color. And I think underneath, that's always kind of been like that, where it says display counter on sidebar, pause menu, or above player's head. But I know you can change the stat that you want to show on the side now, which is a cool little feature. So we're gonna leave it as days survived, and we're going to restart rewards since we're starting a new class. And I forgot to put reset default values, but nothing significant happened on day one anyway because I was just setting this up. So it'll say day survived 1, so it's just gonna continue as is. So now with that out the way, let's jump into survival, change the difficulty to normal, and let's get started on our adventure. So I'm probably gonna get a lot of feedback on here because the way I play, I have a big problem sticking to one task. So most people would build their house first or get their bed first and stuff like that. But I play really backwards, and I kind of play where the first thing I see is the first thing I do, besides getting wood, of course. So that's what we're doing here. Building ourselves a crafting table to get ourselves a pickaxe and some basic tools. So after that, I want to explore a little bit, and then I saw some spruce trees, which is my favorite wood. So I went ahead and got those so I can be prepared to build my house when that time came, because it did not happen on day one. So I found a big cave, which of course on day one most people would not go in, but I was trying to find a way in regardless. So I tried and it didn't work out, but I didn't die. That was the good news. So I made myself a little entryway here so I can heal myself back up. And yes, I did start with iron armor because I forgot that I had it on when I was doing the previous video, so I left it on. So I'm not gonna say that, you know, oh, I found iron armor, because I'm not a cheater. So here at this point I was getting you know, some basic stuff to cook some meat so I can heal back up. Kind of look through the stats a little bit, still day one. So I went back out into the cave after I healed up, and this little guy greeted me. So did some more exploration, saw some iron, took advantage of that. And gave me some iron ingots to see what to make next. So I made a bucket first because I did not plan to stay in this cave for long. And I knew that I was gonna need a bucket of water to drop down into lower cave, so I didn't make that same mistake like I did earlier. But with these skeletons coming in, I was able to defend myself and get me a bow in the process, which did come in handy. And I got an enchanted bow, which worked out in the end. That was pretty nice. So now that I got myself a shield, I'm a little bit better prepared. So now I decided to go kind of check around and stuff, you know, to see what was down there. But I didn't have any torches, and it is day 2 now. So nothing, you know, significant. It's kind of been mostly the basic stuff I've been gathering. So now was when I was trying to gather a bed. So I didn't have any white wool besides one from the beginning of the video, so I had to make dye because I did have bone. So I turned into white dye, got myself a bed, and we were off to do a little more exploration. So then I started thinking about my house again, and I said, okay, if I'm gonna get a house, I'm gonna need some windows, and it was sand here, so might as well take advantage of that. So grab me some sand so I can smelt those for glass later on when I was ready. I was still trying to find a suitable location to set my house down, and I remembered that I needed a house. So So I was searching and swimming. Not far, but you know, just like Dory. So traversing through the woods, saw some berries that I tried to jump over and successfully failed, but kept moving anyway. Then I decided that I needed more coal, so I came across some coal, but only one, so it didn't really work out. But then I kept exploring some more, found some more coal, and that ended up working in my favor, and I finally found a suitable location to start building my house. But I'm not a very good builder, so I tried my best, but I ran out of wood because I didn't collect as much as I should have. So, but enjoy this little building montage. Alright, so now I got my bed set and we are going to sleep and making it to day 3, and we got our first reward. So as you can see, this is day 3 that we have survived so far. So let's open it up and see what is inside for us. So we have campfire, lodestone, compass, and some potions, which is not bad. So now that we have a lodestone, we can kind of venture further off because we will always find our way back. So not too far off from where I was building my house, I found a village and started stealing all their tables and stuff. And after exploring and finding a whole bunch of nothing for a long time, it is now day 4. That was a very uneventful day. So went to sleep, and we are now on day 5. And we're gonna go ahead and open that up as soon as we take care of these enemies here to see what goodies are in store for us. It was a rude awakening, but it was also an eye-opener to let me know that I need to finish my house still. So let's go ahead and set some stuff down, some more necessities from the village that we took. I don't know why he sat on the saw, but we're just gonna ignore that. So day 5 gives us some more exploration tools like a spyglass, night vision potions, and a saddle. So after making a lot of stuff like in the furnace and all that, I came back to my house because again, this was another uneventful day. But I did get ambushed, and then this was another stark reminder to set some torches down because my area was not lit up. But it is now day 6, so we can go ahead and put some food on the campfire. But today will be hopefully better than the last. So I kind of looked around with the spyglass, gather some more coal. Again, uneventful for the most part, but now that we got that stuff, we can go down into this cave that I found, and it's huge. It is huge. But then I realized I had no wood. What was he doing there? No clue. But it always feels like somebody's watching me. So, you know, we got more iron. We're into this deep cave now, but there were quite a lot of mobs here, so I was trying to save myself from not dying, which was pretty difficult. But I couldn't let myself go because then my streak would be over. So I had to fight for my life and get more iron. But every turn, there was another mob hiding around the corner. And I felt like this was a foretelling of things to come. So the skeleton tried to sneak up on me. So I went to war with him. Got him out of my sight. Got some bread. And I did make me an iron pickaxe as well earlier. With the iron that I had from the cave that we first explored, where I almost died from dropping down. So here I was dealing with a lot of hostile mobs. But this was a very good cave that I wanted to explore. The problem with this was it was kind of far from my house, And I couldn't remember how to get back here. And that skeleton was really trying to take me out with that fire arrow right there. So now it's getting dark. Let's head back to our house, which we are here now. So here's when I took the opportunity to kind of light up my area. Not much, but anything is something. And I did get that trident earlier. There was a drown that was attacking me. So now we're sleeping, waking up on fire. So, amazing way to wake up. I love waking up on fire. So now that we are on day 7, we got the flight pack. So let's see what is in store for us. Ooh, so we have an elytra. We have iron horse armor and some more speed potions. Or potion of swiftness. You know what I mean. Now the problem is, I found a horse. I couldn't use the elytra because I didn't have any fireworks, which I didn't anticipate that I would be getting this. So I had to go and look for some sugarcane so I could make paper for fireworks. I didn't have any. So I took this horse and we developed a close bond, you know, on our little adventure to find sugarcane. So on our way back, me and him had such a strong trust that I had faith in him that he would make it across that little gap. I'm sorry, Mr. Horse. I hope you forgive me. So after doing that very hard moment in my Minecraft life, I had to make it back to my house. But this is the part that really pissed me off. Because after I made it over this little hill, you will not believe it, my house was right there. So if my horse would have made it across, or if I would have just took the time to go around, he would still be alive. So that was an error on my part. Anyway, so let's go let's go plant these sugarcane so we can start making some fireworks to prepare to use our elytra to do some long distance traveling. After we, of course, continue building our house. So now we are sleeping. We are now on day 8. And I turned on vibrant visuals to enjoy the lovely view. So there were mobs everywhere, even with torches, which of course I would need to put more torches next time, but these guys were spawning with armor. They were like on a mission to take me out. I don't know what was going on, but they were determined here. So I got me some glass. Let's make some glass pane so we could continue building our little house a little bit. Put this together here. I'm gonna do my best to make the house look welcoming, like an actual house. Very small, very small. And I put the stone stairs there, but I did not like how it looked. But I said, you know what? I got other stuff I need to do. So I went and found another big cave and started to defend myself from these hostile mobs. So they were everywhere. This cave was infested. So as I started going towards iron, this other skeleton came towards me. So I took care of him, got me some iron, was deciding where I should go next, and then I saw this and I was like, okay, so let's get some more iron. But then things turned dark really quick. So I decided to try to develop an escape plan to get out of here as fast as I could. So I drank a potion of swiftness and I said to myself, let me get out of here. Let me pillar up before I die and my streak is over. But didn't work. I was beyond furious. Even though my attempt at survival didn't work out as planned, I was still going to continue the video to show you guys what rewards you get during 10 days and 20 days. So we are at 10 days after using commands. We get some potions, a saddle, and more iron horse armor. I'm going to put in some commands again to get us to 20 days, which is the Wanderer's Trophy. They did fix the bug that they were experiencing with the vibrant visuals, with the chest being like that transparent rainbow color, which is good. And the level 20 chest gets you soul sand, potions, and gas tears. So that is it for this update. There's a lot of new classes for you to experiment with. So if you like this video, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and stay tuned for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.